Hey, what's up there, my global nobles? How's it going there, YouTube Nation? So, I definitely got into Rust. Now, I got this game somewhere in 2015, 2016. I can't really tell. Um, but as of 3 days ago, I started playing this as an experiment because a lot of people have been telling me this game is pretty fun, interesting, and not only that, you depending on your gameplay or depending on your name or the years of service that you've been on, apparently you do get like a long weenus. So, not to mention, you get a lot of bragging rights when it comes to other players because some of them are actually females while some are actually not well built. So when it comes down to the game, one of the experiments that I wanted to do is how to play the game naturally. Now, when it comes to playing the game naturally, what I mean is that if you played other games where they're actually builders or ways of trying to make something work, I have to say that this type of building shouldn't be the thing that you're looking into making because this is actually highly rateable. Um, as you guys can see, I made a rectangle building. So within my first day of gameplay, like my first actual day of gameplay, within 2 hours, I was able to build this building from the bottom up. Now, it took me another 2 hours just to actually reinforce it with stone. So that's kind of the resource that you don't find like a lot within the game, but it's there. It's actually out there. So when it comes down to it, you're just looking as what to do when it comes to certain type of gameplay and what kind of building should you build, because like I said, it only took me at least 2 hours just to build it from the bottom up. And then at some point I got raided, and then I figured out why not build another building, and I built this annex. So as you guys can see, this annex over here is quite huge, and this actually took me at least another hour and a half just to make it because I had the resources available to me. Everything was pretty much there in my inventory. All I had to do was just put it together. And like I said, it took me 1 hour and a half just to make it. And then it only took me a good 30 minutes just to reinforce it. Now, my biggest mistake was to actually make it the way I did because I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to how to make a building and then to see whether or not people will actually rate it. But when you take a look at it, the annex is just pretty much you have to get in, you jump in, and boom, you're inside. That's it, you're in. There is nothing actually quite else to do, but at some point you get to see right here that the roof access is very easy to get up on. You can just build your way up. Because apparently within the new update, the tool cupboard isn't working the way that it did back in the days. I was told that back in the days when you build a tool cupboard, a lot of people are prevented from building near your base. But that is totally not the case anymore. A lot of people can actually build twig starters to actually reach all the way up here. And then blow this door. And then once they blow the door, that's it. They're in. That's all it has. That's all it takes. And you're pretty much left with, damn, I thought my building was refortified and all this other good stuff, and this is while I had the tool cupboard to prevent this stuff from happening. But like I said, eventually I got raided, and that was that. And as well, the raiders actually took over my cupboard and was able to seal it off with sheet metal. So I'm actually stuck and prevented from building here. So this building is now trash. But this actually is a mistake on a lesson learned because, again, when it comes down to it, you're pretty much, limited to design and all that stuff on how to survive in Rust. Because Rust is a game of pure survival, savagery, and then definitely is trust or not to trust certain players. So when it comes down to it, you have to make sure that you're smart in building a, a suitable building that it will not eventually get raided or actually make it hard for people to raid your building. Now, the building over here that's right next to me is some sort of design that you might want to go ahead and go for, because all in all, it's unrateable. Well, actually, I can't say it's unrateable. You know, there are people that will eventually get into it, but the design in this building has a core center, and that core center is something that people cannot get into. Although, again, you know, they will be able to break the outer walls into this building, but that's just the outer walls. There is a core center in this building, and that core center will prevent people from actually trying to get in and steal your loot. And then from the top, you guys get to see that it's actually made out of sheet metal. So that sheet metal was actually something that's actually good, because at some point when you definitely, you know, build something, again, a lot of people will not be able to, you know, steal your precious items. And as well, you know, you guys got to see that in my design, all of this is flawed. All of it is actually really flawed, because all it takes is a couple of C4, some time, and a couple of your buddies, and you're definitely on your way to getting that precious loot that's inside, and you're pretty much done. So then again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that all of the new people that are trying to look into Rust can actually see that trying to make a building just like this is actually a big mistake, unless you have tons of your friends to actually help you refortify this building to its good standards. As far as I know, I'm just a solo player just trying to try a social experiment, and my social experiment actually led me to believe that making buildings like this on your own and trying to make friends isn't the suitable way to actually surviving in Rust. Just make sure that you have friends on your Steam friends list that have the game, and see and ask whether or not they will be able to come and join you and play the game, because it's fun, it's interesting, but it's not something that you want to try solo. Something that you might want to go ahead and look into playing with a group, and if every time they do wipe the game, try and make sure if you can actually make friends really quick before you start building something really highly and all that stuff. And then if anything, do quarantine your room and stuff, you know, on your own. When you do build with other people, do try and make a room on your own where you and only you have the code to the door, and then you can keep your items that you truly adore to yourself, while everybody else has their own things and, you know, their own loot and their own items kept to themselves. So all in all, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely do, you know, thank you for the time to watching this, and I hope you guys learn from my mistakes when it comes to playing this game. And who knows, good things may happen, bad things may come upon, but as far as I know, this is not the way to, you know, build something and then think you're gonna survive from people actually trying to raid it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely do subscribe, rate this video, leave a comment down below. Have you ever made this type of mistake before? Do you think that I'm just a noob that doesn't know how to play? But then again, like I said, I got the game in 2015, 2016, and I only put in 83 hours into it as of 3 days ago. So all in all, I'm still new to the game, but my social experiment pretty much told me I have to learn better new designs and better traps, better ways to trap people to actually try and raid my base, but at the same time kill them in the process and take all of their loot. And who knows, let's see what happens. All in all, do subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more Rust gameplay. Definitely do follow the Twitch channel in the link description down below, where I will be live streaming this game and all of the good stuff. Do give me time after each and every single wipe to actually convey my my base to its standards. That way I can go ahead and document and pretty much stream the game without having any other people just come in and grief while I'm trying to make my secret hiding base. So tomorrow is White Day, and hopefully I get to start fresh and learn a couple of new designs, and then hopefully try to learn from the mistakes that I have made and become better at the game. So till then, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.